listening to the Smash Bros. Cast, episode 41. I'm your host, N64 Josh. My co-host and sparring partner is NightCrawlr. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? We got it right this time.
Hey, we did. Take two. Hey, real quick, if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC. Pick up something awesome like Console Wars or Ready Player One. The chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. If you go to n64josh.com/OP Seat, you automatically save $10 at checkout. Everything's on sale right now, desks included, which is what all my stuff is sitting on. I love it. Everything's $20 off and free shipping. That's a total of $80 savings. So, n64josh.com/OP Seat. Go check that out. Lastly, I have a Patreon. If you want to get yourself an extra podcast for just $1, go to patreon.com/n64josh. With that, we're going to move on into some announcements. All right. Well, hey, we are going to be doing a monthly tournament. The second Saturday of each month, we're going to do an SBC tournament. And I want to see how this is all going to play out. But the idea is that around like 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll set up the tournament, because I imagine this thing is going to kind of take off. And then in the evening, after everybody is done, I will stream the top 8. Okay. So, and as long as everything keeps going as planned, there'll be a $20 eShop card for first prize, a $10 eShop card for second, and a $5 eShop card for third. Okay. And we're going to do that the second Saturday of each month. All right. So
are we going to be capping that at like 30, trying to make it like 32 max? Try to get either be 16 or bump up to 32. Is that going to be kind of a goal?
I mean, my thought is we can have it as big as we want to in the mornings, because we won't be streaming that. Everybody just has to like run through until we get to top 8. And then after that, incentive to sign up early then, since challenge gives precedence to order you signed up in. Exactly. So, we're just going to kind of test the water, since we don't just have it online. We don't have just an online tournament in Smash as of yet. This is how we're going to try to work it. So the first one will be the second Saturday in January. All right. So stay tuned. We'll talk about it more. The best way to stay up to date and get all the details, head into the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. We'll talk about it in the, I might even make a, I think we need like two more Smash rooms somewhere. Yeah, like a Smash. We were talking about that before we went live. We'll figure it out. So, and I think that's going to do it. Now we're going to jump into tournament news. All right. So this last week, Don't Park on the Grass took place, and first place went to MVD. Second place was ESam. These are for singles. Konga third, Big D fourth, and Jtails took fifth. So, and you guys can check out.
I know it was kind of a big deal, because MVD was using Snake, which, I mean, I think we talk about this a little bit last week with tier lists and all that kind of stuff, and kind of just play your own and what you're comfortable with. But a lot of people were talking about how bottom tier Snake was, and MVD kind of just showed how great Snake can be, I guess. I mean, especially going against ESam, who is playing a character that a lot of people consider to be in that S tier list for ultimate characters, being Pikachu. It was pretty interesting to hear the commentary as he was playing.
I'm going to open up a tweet here real quick. That's going to we're just going to continue on. I do want to give a shout out to Nick Lope. He did win our first tournament. So he's reminding me that I did not give him the shout out. So shout out to him. We had some good matches today in some viewer battles, and it was a lot of fun. So I just want to, big thanks to everybody that's been turning out to the streams and everything. It's been a blast. So, but I have a tweet here from @Loop Bernard. All right. And this is character results, first 2 weeks, 52 events. Okay. First place at 300 plus attendee events. The characters are Snake, Olimar, and Mega Man. Okay. First place at 150 plus attendee events. Star Fox, Roy, Pokemon Trainer, Sonic, Peach, Cloud, Inkling, Rob, Ness, Palutena, Game & Watch, Wario, and Wolf. All right. First place at 80 plus attendee events. Donkey Kong, Pichu, Yoshi, Pac-Man, Zero Suit Samus, Chrom, Simon, Richter, Lucina, and regular Samus. All right. Small regional local event wins. Sheik, Ken, King K. Rool, Captain Falcon, Rosalina. Top 16 placement at 500 plus attendee events. Ganondorf, Ridley, Robin, Mewtwo, Shulk, Meta Knight, and Ike. These are so different, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's,
I mean, right now, I mean, we're exactly 2 weeks out from the game being live in our hands. Everyone is viable. I mean, there are some hard counter picks that we're going to talk about here a little bit later on the show. But I mean, for the most part, it's just what you're comfortable with, what movesets you're comfortable using. If that translates over from Smash 4, if your character didn't change a whole lot, if your character got buffed a little bit from Smash 4, I think everything's on the table right now. Genesis is going to be nuts. I mean, I think anything's on the table. I don't think we put it actually in the notes, but we talked about it. Zero put out a tweet earlier this week. He is unconfirmed on any kind of main that he wants to have. He's done the Iron Man challenge, I think at least twice on stream already, going all the way through all 74 characters without a loss. But he's going into Genesis. He's going to play random. He is just going to put his cursor on the question mark and let fate decide what character he beats everybody in. I mean,
that's amazing.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I watched him play. This was early on, like 2 weeks ago when Smash just came out. But he was playing viewer battles in the arena, and he was just on random, taking on everybody that was coming in, no problem. I mean, that's just how he is. He understands every character and does really well with them.
It's bonkers. It's bonkers. So here's event wins by character. If you guys want to check this out, we do have a link to it so you can see all of the pictures here. And I did post this in the Discord as well. Snake has 5 wins. Right? For event wins, Snake has 5. 4 wins, Peach, Inkling, Cloud. 3 wins, Ness, Pokemon Trainer, Palutena, Pichu, Star Fox, Chrom, Olimar, and Lucina. 2 wins, Yoshi, Wolf, Mega Man, Richter, and Wario. 1 win, Roy, Donkey Kong, Sonic, Sheik, Rob, Pac-Man, Ken, King K. Rool, Zero Suit Samus, Game & Watch, Samus, Simon Belmont, Captain Falcon, and Rosalina. Is that our top tier list? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, going back to Zero put out a tier list as well, but it's also up to interpretation as well. I mean, it's all what you feel comfortable with. There has been, from what I can tell, there's been no like cream rising to the top where it was Bayonetta, where it was just like easy button. I don't think there's any character that's out there like that is truly just press the buttons and it happens.
No, and I think some people look for that because that's happened in the past games, right? Bayonetta, Cloud, Meta Knight in Brawl. Like it was super boring to watch Brawl tournaments because everybody played Meta Knight because he was broken. He was the best character. So the fact that there's so many people that Snake is the top with 5 wins. 5. That's it. 5. Now I know it's only 2 weeks.
But there's been also 52 events. I mean, that's significant in a small amount of time. Exactly.
And so I get the question often, like, what do you do if your the character you like's bottom tier? And it's like, practice more. Like, that's what I'm going to say every time. If you like the character, you like the way they play, then you just gotta, it's on you to get good with that character, right? Are there characters that are easier? Yeah, there are. I've noticed myself, the next character I'm going to play as is Mega Man, because the spacing is like so different than anything I do as Mario, who's a brawler, who I've got to always be right there, ready to get the grab, ready to get the combo started, ready to follow up with my fair to get that spike. And I'm excited to have just some variety, right?
Yeah.
Just
and I've started playing around a little bit with Yoshi. I do need to do some research and kind of lab it out a little bit, but Yoshi's completely different than kind of the opposite of kind of what you are, where Yoshi is kind of more in your face, kind of getting there, which is a little bit different than what I'm used to with Corrin. So it's something a little bit different there as well.
Yeah, I'm loving it, guys. I'm absolutely loving it. So there's our tournament news. We are we going to do our countdown? Are you doing a countdown to Genesis?
Yeah, we got a new
all
countdown.
All right, here's our new countdown. All right, take it away.
All right, we are 42 days away from Genesis, and Josh and I are especially psyched about this because we are going to be going. And I bought my ticket this week, so I am locked and loaded. So when I got my registration going, I was able to create our duo team and get Josh invited. So we weren't able to name our team SBC like we were hoping. I guess we were kind of hoping to. But maybe at the event we can kind of change it around a little bit. But right now we're just Crawler N64 Josh team.
There you go. That's us. So also with that, the low carb diet has started, and trying to get in shape because I just don't want to look like a complete dad bod when we meet in person. You only see me from the shoulders up right now.
Yeah, same here.
For all you know, I look like a giant pear. So, no, really excited for that. Genesis is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Win or lose a single match, it is going to be a blast. We have a meetup planned, okay, or it's in the works. We don't have the location and everything set yet, but that is going to happen because I've had a number of people that are like, I live in that area, I want to make sure we get to meet. So it's going to happen. We're going to be doing a meetup. It's going to be a good time. So let's go ahead and move on to our Smash news. All right. Well, I have a few questions in chat right here. It says, have you guys decided to use who you're going to use for doubles? I'm going to use anyone that can dodge the blunderbuss that Crawler is going to shoot me in the back with. The strategy is to dodge that. Anvil said, what's the strategy for doubles?
Our slogan is sorry.
Yeah.
Jump, Josh, jump.
That's
coming, right?
I hear more than anything is jump. So, okay. Well, 2 weeks. We've had 2 updates already. Version 1.21. Take it away, Crawler.
So this kind of stealth dropped, I feel like this morning. I saw it on Super Nintendo's Twitter that he had an update going out. But yeah, it's even less patch notes than we got last time. All it says is miscellaneous various gameplay fixes. And I immediately thought that this is addressing one thing and one thing only, and that's the Isabelle Glitch, which we'll talk a little bit later in our talking points. It was good entertainment this week. If you haven't seen the video, we have the video here in the show notes. But yeah, I think Isabelle Glitch is gone. I haven't tested it personally. I didn't even test it when it was live, if it was live. So, but yeah, I think that's the one and only thing it probably addressed.
My favorite tweet that said, Isabelle is Khaleesi, the Queen of Dragons, and there was Rathalos everywhere. There were so many Rathalos on the screen. Like, this started with Waluigi just Waluigi everywhere. At least that's the first one I saw, and it was like
that's the first one I saw too, and it's insane. The Isabelle that's on the receiving end, gets up to like 400 something damage before Waluigi ends up letting up on the curb stomping.
Attaboy, Waluigi. Attaboy. Fight your way into this game yet. You got this. You can do it. Oh my goodness.
There were probably more Waluigis than there were characters on the roster at one point in that game.
Probably. I'm surprised it didn't just like shut the system down, like especially the Rathalos. They're so large, and just how much it was bonkers. I was waiting for the frame rate to drop to like 2. So, okay. New weekly event, guys. Fire Emblem Fest Part 1. I'm going to let you take this too, because I have yet to touch Spirit Mode.
So it seems like it's going to be kind of every weekend we're 2 weeks in. This is our second Spirit event. They are timed, and Josh and I did a quick test. Like, if you look at your, timer on the information on the patch notes for Spirit Board stuff, it says it runs from, a date and a time, and that is updated to your local time, because Josh is an hour behind me and said that. So we have updated times what it's running from. So it runs this morning at 1 a.m. Eastern time through Christmas Eve morning at 1 a.m. So pretty much all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday is what it runs. And then what's special about it is it's going to be different Fire Emblem spirits will be on the Spirit Board. Some will appear in Part 1 that may not appear in the upcoming Part 2. So log in, get them. Josh and I were talking before the show went live here. I don't know if these are tied only to the Spirit Board. I've been playing through World of Light a little bit. I know that all the spirits that were on last week's special event were stuff that you could get in World of Light. I think you can get every single spirit in World of Light. I'm not 100% positive on that, but to my understanding, these are just a different way to go about getting the spirits. You can also, like, if you attack a spirit on the Spirit Board, you can use anyone that you have currently unlocked on your regular roster, versus when you're doing it in World of Light, it's with characters that are only currently unlocked in your World of Light playthrough. So it affects a little bit there. You can use spirits that you have unlocked. I mean, that's the only way, minus the Spirit Board, to get different spirits, but you can use your spirits that you have from World of Light, but you can use, like I said, anybody that you have unlocked on the regular roster to use for that battle.
We're going to take we're going to do a little bit more of a deep dive into spirits next week. And I know some of you guys have questions. So what I'm going to say is go to Twitter, use hashtag SmashBrosCast. Okay. And if whatever questions you have about Spirit of Light, post it there. You can at me or Crawler, or just use the hashtag SmashBrosCast, and we will be able to check it out. So if you have any questions about that, or anything, you can use that. Yeah. Use that hashtag.
And I think you guys can at the podcast as well directly, right, Josh? That'll go to you.
Yep. It's also at SmashBrosCast. So, but it'll be the easiest for me to find them if you guys use the hashtag. Okay, because it puts everything in order. The other thing I want to encourage you guys to do is use SmashBrosCast if you're posting any of your highlights and stuff on like Instagram. Right now I'm doing the daily spike. So at least once a day, I am posting a video of me spiking somebody with Mario. And it's been really fun, just the interaction and stuff with people, but I want to see your guys' highlights. So SmashBrosCast, use that as one of your hashtags when you're posting highlights on Instagram. And I'll be searching that hashtag and commenting and checking out some of the stuff you guys are doing. All right. So make sure to do that.
You have that blunderbuss combo kill save somewhere, right? From our doubles match. I think you clipped it, didn't you?
Dude, I'm not even joking you. Like today's,
how many clips do you have to sort through?
today's clips alone, I think I was at 45 clips. Right.
Getting that stream deck working hard for you.
Oh yeah. It's doing work. It's doing work. So, I think with that, we're going to move on into, no, we have one last thing. How the Smash has been selling. It has been selling well. 5 million copies sold in 11 days. Fastest selling Smash Bros game and fastest selling console game in New Zealand and Australia. That is something. That is something indeed.
And I think something, wasn't it like 1.3 of that 5 million was in Japan? Wasn't that a number that came out last week at some point?
I believe so. Yeah. So worldwide, we're sitting around 5 million. It's, I mean, more than likely, as of recording this, it's already outsold Smash 4. So
I bought it twice as much as I bought Smash 4. I have 2 copies. Yeah. You have 3.
Yeah.
Don't you?
There, 3. Yeah, I've bought 4 copies, but yeah, I have 3. So, yeah. Also, the fastest selling Switch game thus far. So there you go. Someone in chat saying 5 million in 3 days. Yeah, and so we didn't get any numbers until 11 days later. So that's just I think that's why
it's just the Nintendo delay, probably.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows where we're at right now, and. Yeah, also keep in mind, Christmas Day, you want to get that GSP up. Make sure to
just make sure you're logged in and played a batch. It'll go up automatically as soon as people log in.
Yeah,
mine keeps going up every day.
Yeah,
without having to do anything.
Here's what I'll also say: if you're planning on giving somebody a Switch with Smash, turn it on and update the game ahead of time so that they don't have to do it on Christmas morning.
Especially if it's a download, it's 13 or 16 gigs or something like that with the updates. So make sure you get that done.
Get it done. So there you go. All right, we're gonna get into our talking points here. All right, Crawler, kick this off for us. You got a few things here.
So we talked a little bit. Do you want to talk about tips and stuff like that? Do you have any new videos out?
I do have one new video out. Yeah, there was just basically, I'm kind of going with some very, very basic stuff because I've just been getting a lot of questions like, I don't even know how to do this, or I don't know how to do what is a back air? When you say bear, what does that mean? When you say fair, what does that mean? When you say, what is a nair? What is neutral air? What is that? So I just made a video that just showcases all of your basic moveset, whether it's rolling, shielding, air dodging, short hopping, neutral air, all that stuff. It's all tied to this video. And we'll try to get a link to that in the notes here as well. And so far, I've gotten some pretty good feedback on it. Like people seem to really, really like just because I remember 8 months ago getting into Smash 9 months ago and going, what is it like? I remember people in chat were like, say bear. I'm like, what is bear? Like, oh, back air. Okay. It's making sense. So it's just your basic moveset. And I'm going to keep doing videos like that. And the other thing too, most of you guys probably know if you're listening to this, but on Mondays, we're doing like a live call-in show where people can get on Discord. And so at bare minimum, it's going to be me answering questions. The days that Crawler's able to get in on that, he'll be there as well. And so we just want to try to put out as much stuff that can help you guys improve as we're improving, right? This isn't from a place of being pros or being experts. Like we're still learning this regularly, right? But we may just be a few steps ahead of you at the moment. And so hopefully we can pass off some of that knowledge and get you guys caught up and fast, learning this stuff faster than maybe what we did. So that's
what we're lacking in. We definitely we've been doing our research, and we can give you some avenues to look for tips and tricks that we've been using, and then also just what's coming out of the community as well. We've encountered plenty of you guys that are better than us and have lots to offer the community and can hop in there as well. And even if you don't have a question, we had some people hop in that were given some advice. So definitely kind of just stay tuned for what we're going to be giving to you guys.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot in the pipeline. That is for sure. And all the YouTube videos are n64josh.com/ I'm sorry, youtube.com/n64josh. So you can find the videos there. They're also in the Discord under like the guides section as well. You can see the Smash videos in the Smash guides area. So that's another pretty easy place to find them. So next up, what do we got?
So the I guess the best, funniest thing to come out of the original 1.2.0 update last week was the Isabelle glitch. So if you haven't seen this, we have a video up here in the show notes. I think we've had it floating around in the Discord as well. But pretty much if you have two Isabelles on screen and a assist trophy drops in between them, they both use I believe it's her forward B, whatever the fishing rod is.
Mm-hmm.
And they both go for the assist trophy, which I didn't know you could pull assist trophies in with her fishing line. So that was something I learned from that as well. But whoever ends up pulling that assist trophy, pops it, pushes, does the animation of opening up the assist trophy, and then the assist trophies just infinitely spawn. It's so whatever you get. So like Josh and I said, the first one we saw was Waluigi. So a ton of Waluigis just started spawning on screen and going after the other Isabelle and doing the berry stomp animation and just wailed on her. It was probably like 40, 50 Waluigis on screen just going at it. And it's hilarious. Another one we saw was the Rathaloses coming in. So just a ton of dragons on screen. I think in this video there's Fatal Frame. So the camera and some of the sounds, like I had the video playing in the background when I was making show notes, and some of the sounds that come out of just the trophy just spawning infinite times, and the sound that they make when it's on repeat is just, it sounds kind of eerie and weird and funny on some of them. But yeah, it's a funny video if you want to check it out. I'm pretty sure this glitch is dead with this new update. I can't confirm that, but that's my suspicion.
Guess there.
But yeah, it was funny times.
All right. The next up, you have you have a hard counter picks for Chrom. Yeah.
So earlier this week, I just saw, it wasn't tagged by Mewtwo King, but it was a clip of gameplay that he was doing. I don't know if they were in Elite Smash or just arena battles or whatever, but Mewtwo King was playing as Dark Pit, and somebody else was Chrom, and Chrom was off the side, and Pit just walks over and threw his down B, which is shields out on both sides, and that completely just negates Chrom being able to grab onto the side at all. And he does his up B animation for his recovery, which is already bad to begin with, and just falls, like, does his sword slam straight to his death. And that's that. So Pit and regular Pit both have that exact same move. And
Dark Pit.
Yeah. So it seems like if given the option and you're maybe facing somebody in a local that's wanting to pick Chrom, take your time picking your character, and maybe if they land on Chrom, you go for Pit or Dark Pit. It seems like it's kind of a guarantee as soon as you can kind of get them off stage that's not, I mean, Nintendo might address this and do something, but that seems like that's just a good hard counter pick against them. I've also seen, I don't have where I saw it on Twitter, but Wolf's blaster shot is kind of like a paralyzer a little bit. It travels a decent ways. But I saw a video of a Wolf just completely just timing it up with Chrom, or Ike, I believe, can do it as well. Just the same up sword throw, up B animation that they do. They come above the stage before they grab it. And Wolf was able just to knock him every time and racked up like 150 something damage on him before they eventually waited just the perfect amount of time to to trigger that up B animation to just snap to the ledge and not go above it. But it seems like it's very effective at just spacing them off the stage if that's who you want to use.
Interesting. I think we're going to be seeing more and more stuff like this. So I do want to point out that IC3600 from the chat here says patch 1.2.1 should still work with the glitches. There were no character balance changes, so all of that should be untouched. And replays from 1.2.0 still work on 1.21. So that's good to know. Man, replays. I miss the ability to just like do a quick 30-second screen grab and tweet that. I miss that. I wish that was still a thing in Smash. Like,
I haven't tried. Can you go back into your replay and record do a 30-second clip from your replay?
You can,
but that's a lot of work.
But I'm still not sure if there's a way. From what I'm hearing, and I haven't tested it, but from what I'm hearing, you still can't upload it to Twitter. So, but I don't know. Maybe there's a way to save it to your to save it to the albums or whatever, and then being able to send it. But as of right now, it seems to be all in game, which is fine if you want to edit everything there, and then like you have a capture card and you can or take your micro SD card out. So you know, that may be the only options there, which is kind of a bummer, because the quick 30-second clip is a great way just to tweet out some content of, you know, some cool highlights and things like that. It's just a lot less work, but unfortunately not going to happen. We just have to adapt, which we're going to talk about that more in our Smash tips. But lastly, this up B out of shield, we see chat talking about it a little bit here and there. So I messed with this a little bit just to see what will happen. And like, if you're shielding, you hit up B, you'll immediately trigger that move. But if you're shielding at an angle at all, like I was shielding, like, you know how you can move your shield up to an up angle, down angle, that kind of stuff. It would not work after that. So, but
I thought when I read this in Discord this morning, it was you hold shield and angle it up, and if they attack it or something like that, it triggers it. Maybe. And
I believe you're correct there. Yeah. And like Nick's saying, up B out of shield is a godsend for Luigi. Let's see. He says he thinks he countered three of my aerials with Luigi Dragon Punch today that way. So yeah, it seems like a pretty cool move, something to, we need to, like, we literally are just hearing about this. So we have to experiment with it. We have to learn about it a little bit more, but there are resources out there that if you guys want to dig a little deeper into it. But from my understanding, like Crawler said, your shield gets attacked, you can immediately up B out of it. And, which is cool. There's so, I mean, I'm learning a ton of stuff with this game, and I think we'll get into it in the Smash tips right now. So with this B out of shield, up B out of shield, that is something that you may want to, start working into your arsenal. Learn the exact technique. One of the things that I have noticed is I am utilizing the short hop, like to be able to throw the nair, the dare, the bear, and the up air. Right? Yep. And the way you can move like that is you can put yourself in, you can test an approach, right? So like, let's say I jump in, I short hop down air, right? Well, it's extremely fast to be able to hit both those buttons and down. You're immediately starting as Mario. I'm immediately starting that tornado, right? I've also noticed it is about the only way that you're going to hit every attack with that tornado, versus if I'm up from up above, dropping down and hit my dare, I'll hit every attack. And then there's a pause that I can get attacked in, that they can stop that flurry of attacks and hit me. And it drives me nuts. When I approach with the dare from the ground, it can't be, every hit lands, and so something to think about. But if I attack shield that way, I can immediately hit back and the jump and the attack button again, and I will attack that shield and back air out of there so quickly that I can reset neutral and get back to the next attack or whatever. And it's extremely fast. Like these are not like slow inputs. Like you've got to be on it. And so you got to be careful, because you can miss input really easy if you're doing it too quickly or whatever. But it has really kind of changed. Like what I found by utilizing that, whether I'm approaching with a nair or dare or the bear, it immediately gives me an option out, so that I'm not like, if I hit shield and then I land, right? So if you dash attack shield, by the time you stand back up, you're going to get grabbed typically, right? And then punished for that. So it's not,
it happens to me all the time.
Yeah. It's not an effective, it is not an effective way to approach, right? Now, if someone's coming back on stage, you can still use your dash attack from time to time, but it is not a safe way to just approach. Watch, like I remember I was trying to watch more pros and things like that, and see how they how they approach things they do. You never see the dash attack as, like, at least when I'm watching Mario gameplay, you're not seeing the dash attack as like the main approach tool, because it's not a safe one. There's better ways, and so I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. Trying to incorporate that more into my play style. And it's just nice, because it allows me to mix things up, because I'm a person when it comes to Smash that it's easy to fall into ruts. It's easy to do that. And so I don't know, how's that, like, have you used that mechanic much with the characters you're playing with?
I mean, short hopping with Corrin, like if I start a forward B, it'll kind of automatically short hop a little bit just to send out that pike. But I've definitely been working on my movement. I'm comfortable for like online matches, especially with Corrin on Omega stages, just because with the battlefield formation, the platforms can kind of get in my way a little bit sometimes with how I want to approach with pike or different options, or kind of what I'm doing, especially also going up against like somebody like K. Rool or Mewtwo or the Belmonts on triplats is very, very difficult to approach, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, it's been, and then playing around a little bit with Yoshi as well. His down B can go, if you keep holding down, you can use that down B all the way through platforms. You can fast fall through them, or not fast fall. You can attack that down B all the way, that kind of bunny hop thing that he does. It'll go all the way through platforms. So you can attack somebody from way up. If they're standing beneath a platform thinking they're safe there, you can attack with Yoshi from there. So I've been playing around a little bit with just my movement and how that works. But I feel more comfortable right now with Omega stages, more open availability. So like I'm getting ready to go to, like, I'm going to try my first local tonight. Pretty positive. So it's I'm looking more for those open arenas that are less battlefield triplat kind of formations for how I want to play.
Oh, I get it, man. I get it. Play against Richter or Simon. Especially on, like, I think it was Smashville that has the single platform and they just hide underneath it. And you're like, Cool. This is awesome. This is good times. How am I going to get to them? you know? So there's a few things that have been like, there's certain things about this game that do frustrate me. Right. And like, sometimes that frustration will come out. I'll talk about it on stream or whatever. But at the end of the day, the best solution, like we can complain, right? And be like, oh, if the game did this, I would be better. Right. And so now we've pushed the blame off onto the game, and we don't. But at the end of the day, if you want to get better, you're going to have to adapt to the way the game is. Right. So one of the things I was talking about, like if I hit my jab twice and the person rolls behind me, my instinct is to immediately throw my smash attack behind me. But what happens is I finish off the kick of my 3 jab combo, and I just leave myself at a complete disadvantage. And so what could be, me like being able to counter that roll, now like I have to break that habit of always doing that. And I'm slowly getting there, but there are things, even if I hit jab, shield, jab, and then grab on my right trigger, I throw the third part of my jab. Right. And I don't know if this is part, like we kind of talked about a little bit beforehand, like, is this part of the buffering system, that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, unless the game patches that stuff out, we just have to adapt to it. Like we have to adapt, we have to change so that we stop making those mistakes, because I get so frustrated. I mean, I think anybody would. You come in and try to get your jab combo going, and they roll out of the way, and
you're just leaving yourself exposed.
I'm kicking the air, right, with my back to my opponent, and it's immediate punishment. Usually flying off the stage. And then off stage, the other frustration that I'm having, and again, it's just me needing to adapt and progress as a player. But I have a hard time figuring out how to get back on stage with up B so that I'll snap to the ledge, versus just barely coming back up and landing on the ledge with massive landing lag. You're guaranteed to get punished. And sometimes I see you up being the wrong direction, and Mario doesn't turn around and snap to the ledge as well. He just falls to his death. Yeah. And so again, these things could be patched out. I don't think they're going to. I think it's going to be a matter of me adapting. And it means I have to jump into training and try. And sometimes I kind of wonder if there's a little bit of there's just some randomness going on, because it's like I hit the stage, I slide up, and then I'm still up. I'm standing up on top. I'm not grabbing the ledge. And I'm like, what is going on here? Because that's not where I want to be. That's not the move. That's not the move I'm trying to do. I'm trying to snap to ledge so that hopefully I can get back to stage safely, versus taking the worst possible option of landing out of my up B with landing lag, Oh, and RGS is asking, he does this with Pac-Man, so it must be like the characters with the 3-hit jab, And again, I don't know. The thing is, if I go jab, smash attack, well, the smash attack still has your attack in it. It's just your attack plus the movement of the left stick, right? So maybe the game can't differentiate between the two. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. I'm not sure. But even a shield attack that finishes off the jab, it still has an attack in it, right? And then chat saying, well, don't use smash, use a tilt.
Don't use smash C stick, Josh.
Right. And that's, and maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to, the problem is usually when I'm moving that fast, to try to throw an accurate tilt, not having it on the C stick, is almost impossible. It's going to come out as the smash attack. Same buffer the tilt direction mid jab. Cool. My IQ's not high enough to do that, though. I can tell you that right now. Oh, thankfully chat said it's difficult, because I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can't see me doing that, not right now, at least. I do not have a beautiful mind, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. Here's what's been going on for me this week, though, is I feel like I'm finding my groove, right? I'm not winning every match. I'm not constantly like dominating every match. But I feel like my arsenal has gotten to that point that I'm having fun. And even if like I started off some matches yesterday where I was like 100% and my opponent was at like 8, right? If you guys check out my last, the last daily spike on my Instagram, it was like, I was like 107. They were at 8. And then a few moves later, they were spiked and I was now a stock ahead. Right. And so the game can change just a blink of an eye.
Oh yeah.
Right. And
I feel like if I go into one stock against somebody, and I'm at like a 50% disadvantage, I feel like that's still up in the air for who can win. 50 to 80%. I mean, it still can happen if you play it smart. Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. And so what I'm finding for myself is what is happening is what I've wanted to happen since we started playing Smash 4 is mid game. It's the stuff that like that Peon talked about, right? Is like being able to assess your situation in the moment, right? In the moment. And that it was not something that came easily to me. But I can see like I'm catching my mistakes right away. Like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'll even audibly say it sometimes on stream, like, nope, shouldn't have upbeat right there. You know, shouldn't have done that. That's getting me punished. But I'm also noticing it in my opponents, right? Like I've played enough young Links that I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. It's going to be boomerang, arrows, run underneath me and hit up smash. It's like clockwork most of the time. And you're like, you know, obviously there's going to be players that are better and that are going to mix things up and that kind of thing. But you can tell it's like you jump into your quick match. And like, I was like calling out the moves of this young Link this morning. Like, oh, here's what's going to happen. Yep. Here's what's going to happen. And then it's on me though. At that point, how am I going to counter those things? Right? Do I have a a good counter for that? Right? And a lot of times it's like, well, if they're gonna do that up smash, I'm gonna wait till that animation ends and I'm gonna run in and get my grab and get things started. Which is another thing that like I hadn't been incorporating with my Mario. I had been playing my Mario as if almost as if I would say every match was starting at like 80%. And I say that because I wasn't going for my grabs and trying to get my combos out of it. I was just like constantly just kind of chipping away at percent and then going for a smash attack or going for a back throw or whatever and just finishing off that way. Now I really feel like I have a flow. I have a plan of attack. Like I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to hit a fireball or two, because once they're past 8%, my up throw now combos into an up air. Right. And right now I still need to spend more time practicing that combo as far as like maybe getting 2 up airs into the up B, 2 up airs followed up by 2 more up airs and then the up B, depending on where we land on the platform, maybe an up tilt, and then getting that ladder combo all the way to kill. I know that's possible. My skill level is not there yet. Right. It's not there yet. So what I'm trying to do is get to a solid like 50, 60%. Right off the bat, like those 2 fireballs, that up air, that up B, that's going to probably put me like around 40 to 50%. If I get 2 up airs in there and the up B, or, maybe a back air or something, I'm going to be looking at like 60, 70%. Well, at that point I can down throw into a fair off stage. I can down throw into an up, like it leads into more things, or I can then start playing the game, the cat and mouse game, where I'm just waiting to anticipate their first mistake and then, run in for the kill, get a few more percent, get them up past that 100 and then finish it off. So it's taken a long time, and there's still a ton to learn. It's not like, oh, I've arrived, but I feel like I've reached a level that I've wanted to get to for a long time. And now from this point, like I'm just starting to watch my opponent. I'm watching what they're doing. What, like if stuff starts going terrible right off the bat, I'm assessing the situation. Okay. Am I mindlessly throwing back airs? Am I jumping too much? Am I falling back into a pattern? What am I doing here? And I constantly spot my patterns, and I'm like, nope, stop, because I'll watch my opponent adapt. That's the other thing. I'm picking up on my opponent adapting to me and then stopping it. So for instance, today playing Super Nintendo, he was his cloud. I'm like, I need to get a cape kill. Right. Well, every time he would get back to stage, I would jump and throw the cape and he would air dodge. And I was like, okay, let's see what happens here. I was doing this with a King K. Rool as well. Like he was dodging my spike. So when they air dodge, I would fast fall right to where they were going to land and then initiate a grab or the jab combo or something. Like I was punishing them for air dodging my spike, right? Instead of just, resetting neutral, whatever. I was like, no, let's continue this. Well, what happened with Super Nintendo is he air dodged. I was able to then, I think, dash attack when he landed, set him back up in the air, caped him, and he wasn't able to come back to the stage. Right. So like this kind of stuff, like this is where I've been wanting to get to, where I'm like just assessing those, like the stuff that Peon talked about from the Beyond the Metagame. And it's finally happening, and I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, I got to practice air dodging King K Rool's spike. So Crawler, speaking of King K Rool's spike, I saw a great video on Twitter that I'm gonna have to practice. But it was somebody coming back to the edge. I don't know if it was on a ledge grab or if they just landed on stage. But K Rool like dashed to the edge, faced inside to the stage, threw his crown, air dodged or just tech rolled through the person as they stood up, so that the crown came and knocked them up and pretty much over his head, and then he did a quick jump back air and did the backwards punch spike right off the stage. It was beautiful. I'm gonna have to practice that. So a spike, RJS Runchum Stomp's asking, it depends on the character you're playing as, right? For Mario, his spike is his forward air, his forward aerial.
And like K. Rool can spike with back air. So, back air and down air can both spike with that. Like Inkling can spike with down air. Same with, like Falcon and Ganondorf spike with down air. So there's a handful of characters that it's usually forward air or down air. It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of new that K. Rool has a back air spike.
And not all characters will have them. He's asking about
Corrin does not have one.
He's asking about Pac-Man.
Forward air should. I think he swings his fist forward with forward air. I think that's a spike. And
it might be the throwing the. I don't know.
You can throw fruit or keys or anything down that can spike as well.
And the hydrant, does that spike?
The hydrant would be like a drag down or a knockdown spike. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I thought. So yeah, it might be the hydrant with Pac-Man. I just don't know offhand, but so all that to say, as far as like for progress for myself, this has all just been the accumulation of just playing the game a lot, right? Like we're probably both sitting at close to like,
I know I'm over 90, I think
80 to 100 hours each, right? Like I don't know where I'm at exactly, but we're putting the time in. And, everybody's going to learn at different levels. Some people just pick stuff up. Like they just kind of have a natural ability for this stuff, right? Like this is taking me time. This is taking a village, right? Like different people in my chat, like, hey, try this. Hey, do this. Hey, look for that. Hey, you're mixing it up good, right? Like it's all going to just come in time. So we've said this before, but the two main things are practice with your character and understanding the moves and what they can do and how, how they work. And then 2, really understand your opponent and their characters. And that's going to come from 1, playing the game a lot, and 2, playing as those characters. And so, I don't know. That's kind of been my week, and it's been exciting. I've been having a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm still not elite. I haven't hit that yet. I hit 1.2 million with Mario.
I feel like I'm flirting with it. I'm at like, I think I'm at 1.3 something. My roster GSP is like knocking on the door of 1.5 million. So I know I'm close, but I've kind of just been playing through spirits a little bit, having kind of fun with that, kind of in and out. I've been playing breaks at work and that kind of stuff, but I definitely try to get at least a few matches in online every night, but that quickly can evolve into an hour or 2 just because GSP it's like a drug, and you go down a little bit and you want to get it back, and it's like gambling and drugs, and it's all the bad things in life. So approach it cautiously, but I mean, for me at least, I have that kind of addictive personality that I walk into the casino with that much money and I want to come out with more. So I'm gonna play my way back up to that money that I had. So I gotta get back. I like to finish my night above where I started, and it's been less yo-yoing this week. I feel like last week I had a bad day with corn, and I went from like 1 million something down to 55,000. And I've seen people posting in the Discord that they've had those kind of days, and they don't understand I had my salt last week. I won't revisit that, but still trying to understand the system. I don't quite get it, but I feel like I've hit a point where it's not as huge swings. But I also did play a little bit with Yoshi, who I hadn't played a whole lot of, like, at all. And my base roster GSP, I think, dictates where you kind of start getting people that have a similar roster GSP. I think that factors in, especially when you're playing a character that you haven't played a lot with. And so I went from like 1 million down to like 200 something thousand with Yoshi, because I lost like 2 or 3 matches. So it's difficult, and it's a lot to take in, but it's been a fun ride, and I'm excited to kind of weigh myself against other local people here in the Smash scene, and I'll report back how I do, but I'm excited.
And so one last thing I want to leave us with this is, once you get moves that, like, if you guys have watched me play, if anybody's been in my stream, you will see me knock somebody off the edge, and I will jump and I will throw the fair, because I'm anticipating where they're going to be. And I do end up landing it quite a bit. But like I was saying with that cape, there's a lot of people that will air dodge. So now they're technically at a disadvantage, right? So I need to capitalize on that. But here's what I tried today. And this was super cool, because I've been trying to pull this off, and I do it when I'm doing the GSP grind, and I wasn't on stream or anything, so you guys may call me a liar, but I did pull this off.
I saw his focus face while we were in a call.
Yeah,
so.
It was in a call. He saw me go, yes, So what I did is I jumped as if I was going to be throwing the fair for the spike. But then I double jumped backwards through the fair and then fast fell, and was able to connect with the bot on his way back to the stage. And I mean, I spiked him, and it was millimeters, right, that he missed, and I got the kill. But that's the kind of plays that I want to try to go for, where it's like, you may think I'm going for that initial fair, but upon you trying to get back to the stage, then I'm able to utilize another move.
Was that a low percent kill? Was the bot like sub 50%?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Was it fairly new into? Oh
yeah, we had just started the match. It was like it was probably around 50-60%, right around.
Because next time you do that, when you're in GSP grind, the bot's health, the percentage that you've landed is
up in the corner,
in that up right corner.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, hey, next show we're gonna be doing is gonna be after. If I do I'm not sure about what's gonna happen Monday. We have family coming and stuff, guys. So I'm not sure about the bonus episode. Maybe I'll do something Sunday. I'm not sure. I do want to throw this out there. If you're in the Discord and you're one of the you're one of the better players, you guys know who you are. I want to set up I want to run the gauntlet, basically. Like, I want to set up a room and I just want to play against you guys one after the other and see how it goes. I want to hear ways I can improve, and I think this will be a fun, maybe we'll do this live on Twitch. I may end up doing it like tomorrow evening or maybe tomorrow morning or something. I'm not quite sure, but stay tuned to the Discord because it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I want to get pummeled and then figure out how to improve. So it should make for a good show. So the chat's like, how do I join? So, all right, guys. Well, hey, we're going to wrap this thing up here. All right, Crawler, where can people find you?
You guys can find me hanging out in Josh's Discord. There's a lot of you coming in, so it's hard to keep up, but we're in there. We're talking. Lots of people talking Smash. I think Josh and I are going to retool Smash rooms a little bit to have some LFG and some discussion rooms and all sorts of stuff. So it's a lot. You click on the Smash room and sometimes it's 400 messages that I have to sift through. So I'm missing some of that. So we're hopefully going to try to streamline some stuff. But come hang out in the Discord. Also, you guys have been getting lots of new follows on Twitter at NightCrawlr724, NightCrawlr without the E. My computer lives. I did some magic and wiped my hard drive, and it works again now. So streaming is still on the table. I'm excited. I know I bought myself a Stream Deck for Christmas, so I'm going to be playing around with that. So come hang out in some streams. We'll play some Smash. And so twitch.tv/NightCrawlr724, and I'll be there.
Awesome, guys. The music you're hearing right now is the Metal Melee theme. You can check it out at n64josh.com/metalmelee. If you're looking to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC. The chair I'm sitting in from OPC, n64josh.com/OPC. Save $10 at checkout. Guys, we have lots of resources in the show notes, n64josh.com/SBC41. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Snapchat, all the places, guys. I'm putting out tons of content, tons of Smash content on my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, that kind of stuff, and streaming every day. So come do some viewer battles with me. I'd love to play against you. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching. We really appreciate it. Thanks for the reviews on iTunes and everything. Please keep it up, guys. Thank you so very much. And we will see you in the next episode. Later.